This week on Our Football with Chris Ash, another home game and another crowd at High Point Solutions Stadium as we recap the second game of the season.
It's blocked! And then thrown! Rutgers right up the gut! And their special teams comes up huge!
Huge play by Rutgers blocking that kick.
We'll get to know a key member of the Rutgers coaching staff, defensive coordinator and linebackers coach Jay Neiman.
Oh, Coach Neiman, he's a great coach. He's a perfectionist.
Oh, he's a cool, chill coach, you know.
Here you go, Tyler. Good ball.
We sit down with the players and discuss their head coach.
He's fun to be around with. He's, good to communicate with, talk to.
Guys look a lot different, playing a lot better, faster, a lot smarter. So this second year with him has been a dramatic change.
What's up, buddy? Huh? I'd like to do some little open field tackling with you.
And we'll look ahead to the next game on the schedule and your chance to see the Scarlet Knights as they complete a 3-game homestand on the Banks.
I'm excited about our football team, our players, and I'm really chomping at the bit to get back out there and improve after what we did last Saturday.
It's all coming your way this week on Our Football with Chris Ash.
Tenacity.
A lot of time, a lot of effort.
Play extremely hard. Be consistent.
Aggressive.
A bunch of fire and passion.
I represent New Jersey. Chase that dream that we all want.
Just want to hear that cannon as you score.
Touchdown!
Atmosphere is electric.
Stadium gets real loud.
He demands, perfection.
When he asks for something, he wants it to be done.
Try to get to the dot! You quit!
To know that our program is on the rise.
Goes over the top and the toss is there. Touchdown catch.
This program going to another level.
Head strong on three. Head strong on three. 1, 2, 3. Head strong.
He's in second-year coach Chris Ash. Different feeling coming into this year. He has a number of graduate transfers.
He's very intense.
He's a very disciplined guy. He's a coach who just wants a team that's going to execute each and every play.
Coach Ash is definitely a fiery coach.
Go, guys. We got to get going, man. We got 1 minute. Go again. Do it again. Let's go, guys. Get the ball. Let's go. We are going to punt. We are going to punt. Here we go.
He's very demanding, when he asks for something, he wants it to be done. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But at the same time, he puts you in position for it to be done. And that's why he gets pretty upset when you're not able to get the job done sometimes.
You want to change the results, those things have to get cleaned up.
Hey, battle. Danger.
Very strict, disciplined, old school type of coach. And he wants the best for his players, He wants to see his players succeed, so he shows a lot of tough love, but it's all geared in the right direction.
Coaches got to get it cleaned up. Players got to get it cleaned up. The attitude is good. The effort is good.
He just demands perfection, and not in an unrealistic way. He understands that there's going to be errors. That's why we practice. But when we go out there and play and take the practice field and take the game field, he expects us to be sharp and mentally prepared.
What's up, buddy? Good. Huh? I'd like to do some little open field tackling with you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You should have that attitude every day.
He's fun to be around with. He's, good to communicate with, talk to. As for him, his personality, you just want to go out there, just try to, speak to him and stuff like that because he makes it that way.
Having Coach Ash, him being the defensive-minded guy he is, I feel like it's great. And I'm really thankful to have him because me being a defensive back, he knows a lot.
I love Coach Ash.
Coach Ash is a great coach. He's a player's coach. He calls me every once in a while and asks how I'm doing, checks in on me. So I think he's a great coach and he's doing a great job.
That everybody's very detailed in what they have to do. And he wants guys that are going to go out there and play extremely hard and just know all their assignments.
We got good schemes on offense, good schemes on defense, good schemes on special teams. Eric, they'll dig you out into the boundary.
Here with Coach Ash, has been tremendous. A lot of different tweaks to, the program. Just a lot of guys' bodies is changing. Guys look a lot different, playing a lot better, faster, a lot smarter. So this second year with him has been a dramatic change.
This is the Ron and Joanna Garuti Strength and Conditioning Center at the Hale Center, the epicenter of Rutgers University football, as we welcome you to another edition of Our Football with Chris Ash. I'm Bruce Beck. Coach, first of all, 14,000 square feet here. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's a great facility. We were able to put the finishing touches on this a year ago. It's a great facility. It's great for our student athletes, not only football, but we have other sports that utilize this facility too, so it's beneficial to a number of our student athletes here at Rutgers. But it's great for recruiting also. It shows commitment, just like some of the other new facilities that we've been able to put in place. But it's outstanding. I love it, and so appreciative of Ron and Joanna for their gift.
Just like that, it's nothing different.
Kenny Parker is the head of strength and conditioning, and you've talked all along about development. Does that begin here?
Yeah, it's everything. It's the mental and the physical development. It's the chemistry of your football team. It's building the culture that you want in your football team. KP is one of the best in America. I got a chance to watch him firsthand for 2 years, work with the players at Ohio State. When this opportunity came up, I knew exactly who I was going to come and basically help me run the program, and that's what he does. He's not just a strength and conditioning coach. He runs our performance team, and he's involved in every aspect of these players' lives, just like we are as coaches.
All right, let's go back to Saturday's ball game against Eastern Michigan. What was your message to your team after the game?
Obviously, it was a disappointing game. We were hoping to see some improvement from week 1 to week 2. We didn't. We took some steps back, unfortunately. But I sit here today just as positive as I was before we started the season because of the way our players responded after that game. They came to work on Sunday. We watched the film. We evaluated it. We looked at the goods and the bads. We went out and practiced. We had a very focused, intense, quick practice, flushed it out of our system, and our focus is on to the next opponent. But that's really what I wanted to see, and that was the message to our team. How do we respond from this? How do we move forward? How do we get back on track and get the improvements that we want and the consistency that we want in our performance each week? And unfortunately, we didn't get it done in week 2. That's my fault as a head coach. And that's the challenge, the mystery for our program right now. How do we get the same team to show up every week?
The road to success is often bumpy, and it's how you deal with those bumps in the road. Do you think this team is on the right path in terms of doing that?
Well, we'll find out after the next opportunity to go out and play. The character of the program is always challenged in adversity. And I think we have tremendous character. I think we have tremendous leadership. Those things, if we're going to have success and move forward and push this behind us, those things will rise up to the front of our football team. And I'm excited to see that happen. If it doesn't happen, I'm going to be concerned. But right now, I feel really good about the character and the leadership that we have and the desire to get back on track and go out and play a much better football game.
I want to talk about a couple players who did excel in that game. One was Janarian Grant with 157 all-purpose yards. Do you feel like when you put the ball in his hands, something good is going to happen?
There's always a chance for a big play with Janarian, whether it's on offense or whether it's on special teams. He's just got the it factor. He's got an extreme high football IQ. He loves the game. He's got tremendous quickness. He's just got a special knack to make people miss out in space. And again, anytime he gets the ball in his hands, he has an opportunity to change the game.
Ball into Edwards, breaks through! Touchdown Rutgers! Gus Edwards from 23 yards out.
Gus Edwards had that one big touchdown run. Was that blocking up front? Was that Edwards making something happen, or a little bit of both?
No, it's a little bit of both, but the run game begins and ends with our ability to open holes for the running backs. And we did not do that the way we needed to in week 2. I thought we were much better at that in week 1. But on that particular play and in the series in the third quarter where we were running the ball pretty consistently, getting decent chunks of yardage, and we had the big run for the touchdown, we were doing a great job up front. And also our running backs were doing a great job hitting the holes or making a guy or two miss if they needed to. So it's a combination of things on that particular touchdown.
It's blocked! Rutgers right up the gut!
Sebastian Joseph had the blocked field goal. You as a football team, this university, 48 blocks since 2009, and once again, that tradition continues here. He made a big play.
The whole defense rose up to a very challenging situation. We're late in the game, we were inside the 30-yard line, had an opportunity to potentially put points on the board to tie the game and send it into overtime. We threw the pick, it's run down the sideline. We didn't know if anyone was actually going to catch the guy, but again, we get back to the relentless effort and the strain. Juwan Harris strained. He made the tackle on the 5-yard line. We went out and played defense. We stopped them. They line up to kick the field goal. We block it. We get the ball back. We have an opportunity to go down and still finish the game on a positive note and have a chance to win it. We didn't get it done, but a huge series by our defense, a huge play by not only Sebastian, but all the guys on that left side. The push that we got their hands up. Sebastian happened to be the one that tipped it and blocked it. Unfortunately, it didn't roll the way we liked it to, so we could have scooped and scored and take it back. But, you know, I love the effort.
Go!
So what about you, Coach? When I talk about worrying about you after a ball game like that, do I need to worry?
No, you don't need to worry about me. I feel really good about our players responding the right way, and it starts with me and our coaching staff. The players usually follow our lead, and if I'm moping around here on a Sunday and I can't get it out of my system, they're not going to either. But I'm good. I'm excited about our football team, our players, and I'm really chomping at the bit to get back out there and improve after what we did last Saturday.
We'll talk more with the coach about the upcoming game with Morgan State later in the program. More R Football with Chris Ash just ahead.
One now!
This segment of the show is sponsored by RWJ Barnabas Health.
Hi, this is Dr. Yvette Rooks, Chief Medical Officer, RWJ Barnabas Health Sports Medicine at Rutgers. As our kids are going back to school, to keep their brains functioning and their bodies active, pack some good healthy snacks for them, Mom and Dad. Grapes, fruits, some nuts, although we want to stay away from peanuts because of allergy, but those are good, nutritious foods that kids can have during the day as opposed to going to sugary substitutes like soda or candy. So again, fruits and vegetables, pack them as snacks.
Hey, let's go. Next three. Take the field. Let's go. Let's go. 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 Down your side. Go.
Oh, Coach Neiman, he's a great coach. He's a perfectionist.
Oh, he's a cool, chill coach, you know. Coach Neiman's a great coach, very calm, cool, and collected.
He's very wise. He knows a lot about defenses and calling the game in college football. So with all his years of experience, I mean, he's a great guy. Great guy to have. He's a defensive coordinator.
You're right foot back. Okay. Just give him a little lunge now. Go.
Every day we go out there, he has a lot of energy. He's constantly honest because he knows we have a lot of talent and potential to be a really good defense.
Squeeze back. Pack it back, right?
You know, I think it was just a part of our upbringing. My dad was a football fan. My big brother played football. I lived in a community growing up as a youngster where, you know, high school football was important. A lot of people went out to support the team and watch the games. Sunday afternoons, I spent a lot of time watching NFL when I was a kid, just like a lot of guys do nowadays, and so it just kind of stuck with me, and away we went.
Here you go, Tyler. Good ball security. We're good.
I mean, I love to compete, like most coaches do. I really enjoy the X's and O's of it, the game day aspect of it, but I also really enjoy just being around the players. We want to see guys play with great attitude and effort, as we talk about a lot in our program, and just play with great relentless strain, and see guys that really run to the ball and play hard and play aggressive. And we want to be a big, tough, strong, physical defense that stops the run and prides itself on that. Well, I think you got to believe, because if you're here every day and you see the work ethic that's put in, you see the process that we go through, you see that you know, the things that are done in the weight room, the things that are done in recruiting, the things that are done on the practice field, the way people go about their business, and the fact that coaches laid such a great foundation for how we operate and do our business on a day-to-day basis. You just know that the right things are going to happen if you continue to do the things that we've set out to do on a daily basis. There's no pixie dust, there's no magic wand. It's just come in and go through the process day in and day out, and just know that by doing the right thing, the results are going to come.
One back up. One's up. Yeah, slide back. Right back. One's up. Hey, 10 strong on 3. 1, 2, 3. 10 strong.
You control your destiny. It's not, hey, we'll play hard, hope something good happens. We're in charge. We can't wait for it to happen. We have to go make it happen.
Great job, Eric. I know. 5 reps. 5 right, 5 left. All the way up. Drop up halfway.
Ladder rep. Nice.
You got 3 sets there. You do 3 sets. You got 3 by 10 there. You got 3 by 15 rear delt. More heel, not toe. Come on.
Easy.
All right, Coach, I'm trying to get it going here. Welcome back to the Ron and Joanna Garuti Strength and Conditioning Center as we continue on our football with Chris Ash. Coach, it's Morgan State this weekend. What's the focus? More on your own team or on the Bears?
It's all about us. So we have to know our opponent. We've got to practice against their plays and their defense and special teams and all that. But we have to get our execution and our focus and our consistency better, and that's really what it's about. It's that way every single week. You know, I get asked all the time, do you overlook a team like Morgan State? There's no overlooking anybody. We need to go out and we need to play our best football game.
You don't want to strike any bags? Work some difference? Huh? Okay, now you were lined up way out here. Why? It's an I set, right? Let's go! Go!
Is consistency all about both running the ball and passing the ball, or does it start with the run?
It's all of the above. It's on offense, so it's our ability to line up, communicate, snap the ball, hand it off, execute our blocks, run right routes, throw and catch, protect the quarterback. It's all of it when you talk about trying to be consistent. And same thing on defense and the special teams.
2 grabs, 57 yards on the ground again. And he lost the ball. Kamoko Toure came away with it.
Are you confident that your ball club will respond?
I am. I really am. I was nervous about it. I was worried about it right after the game. But I am very excited about watching this team come out and get back after it and go play.
Is it fun building a program, or is it frustrating and difficult?
We're having a blast. Every day we have a blast.
Coach, good luck to you.
Yeah, thank you.
That's it for this edition of Our Football with Chris Ash. We're pumped. We'll see you next week. Hey, Rutgers fans, here's a chance for you to become even a bigger part of the program. We want to hear from you, so email us your questions and we'll use them on the show, Our Football with Chris Ash.